Everyone, fasten your seatbelts because we are about to delve into a mystery that has been rumored for more than 50 years. Imagine this. On October 4th, 1970, one of the greatest rock voices in history, Janis Joplin, is discovered dead on the floor of a dimly lit hotel room in Hollywood. The official narrative, an overdose of heroin. What if there's more to it, though? What if what we've been taught about Janis's death isn't accurate? Keep watching this video through to the finish because I'm about to reveal some incredible information that could alter your perception of this rock legend's last days. Let's begin. Janis Joplin was not your typical celebrity. Her soul-shaking voice made her debut in the late 1960s. She was born in 1943 in Port Arthur, Texas. She became known as the Queen of Psychedelic Rock due to her raw, bluesy sound and captivating stage presence. Janis lived and loved harder. From her iconic set at Woodstock in 1969 to her breakthrough appearance at the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967, her songs, such as Me and Bobby McGee and Piece of My Heart, encapsulated the anguish and of a generation. Behind the Feather Boas and Bottle of Southern Comfort, however, Janis was engaged in fights that were hidden from most of us. This raises the question of how this dynamic, irrepressible force died at the age of 27. The catch is that Janis's passing was more than a tragedy. It was a puzzle with pieces missing. She overdosed on heroin in room 105 of the landmark Motor Hotel, according to the account we've all heard. As though she had just returned from the lobby, her road manager, John Byrne Cook, discovered her with cigarettes in one hand and change in the other. Thomas Noguchi, the coroner, declared it an unintentional heroin overdose that may have been exacerbated by alcohol. It aroused eyebrows that no narcotics or paraphernalia were discovered in the room. It sounds simple, doesn't it? However, things aren't as simple as they appear. So wait, you might be surprised by what follows, so keep watching. Let us establish the scenario. In 1970, Janis is in Los Angeles finishing on her record, Pearl, which would go on to become a huge smash after her passing. She is thrilled about the music she is creating with her new band, the Full Tilt Boogie Band. Even better, she's engaged to Seth Morgan. Although life appears to be going well, Janis has a dark side. For years, she battled a heroin addiction and excessive drinking. Her monster was heroin, but her signature was Southern Comfort. According to her tour manager, she had been clean for 6 months prior to this, but something drew her back. Was it the pressure of being famous, feeling lonely, or something else? We're going to investigate that. This is where things go hazy. In her 2018 biography, I Ran Into Some Trouble, Janis's close friend and occasional lover, Peggy Caserta, revealed a shocking revelation. She claims that Janis's death was not caused by an overdose. Peggy, who had experience with heroin, says she didn't overdose despite using the same set of narcotics as Janis that weekend. She contends that if Janis had taken a fatal amount, she couldn't have gone to the lobby for cigarettes and then gone back to her room. Referring to her personal overdose experiences, Peggy remarked, "You crumbled to the floor." Rather, she thinks Janis stumbled on the shag carpet in the room, tripped over her high-heeled sandal, and fell, landing her face on the nightstand. Peggy claims that this resulted in a broken nose and asphyxiation due to blood in her throat. Is this the actual story? There's more, so stay with me. A different picture is presented in the official report. 10 to 14 new needle marks were discovered by the coroner on Janis's arm. According to toxicology findings, she had alcohol and a lethal level of heroin in her system. The catch is that a number of other individuals in Los Angeles overdosed on the same weekend due to an exceptionally strong batch of heroin, which was apparently 40 to 50% pure and far more potent than the typical street substance. Normally, Janis's supplier, George, had his medications checked, but this time, his chemist wasn't in town. Was Janis unlucky enough to get caught by a batch she was unaware was lethal? Or is Peggy's story credible? We're revealing layers here, which is why you should watch through to the very end. Let's discuss Janis's last days. Just a few days before she passed away, she recorded a birthday message for John Lennon while in a very good mood. She never showed up at the studio. On Sunday, even though she was supposed to lay down vocals for a song called Buried Alive in the Blues, when she failed to appear, John Cook, her road manager, became concerned. Her draperies were drawn, her door was unanswered, and he saw her automobile in the hotel parking lot. She was stuck between the bed and nightstand when he and the manager visited her room. She had been gone for around 12 hours. With cigarettes close by, change in her fingers, and a life cut short, the image was eerie. However, why were there no medications in the room? According to some, a friend deleted evidence to preserve her legacy, then put it back for the autopsy. Isn't that suspicious? Another hook is this: Janis was more than simply a rock star. She was a multifaceted individual who had strong emotions for everything. "I make love to 25,000 people at a concert and then go home alone," she once remarked. Despite her outspoken persona, she struggled with loneliness, insecurity, and the wounds from a difficult upbringing in Texas, where she was teased for her appearance and passion for blues music. Both her addiction and her music were fueled by her challenges. Could she have made a deadly error that evening as a result of her emotional distress? Or, as Peggy's theory implies, was it something else? Don't leave. We're getting closer to the truth. We've discovered a narrative that goes beyond an overdose, which is why you had to watch through to the very conclusion. It is the story of a lady whose life was as unvarnished as her voice and who devoted herself fully to her work. The passing of Janis Joplin serves as a reminder of how fleeting even the most brilliant stars can be. She was more than just a singer. Please click the like button, tell a friend about this video, and subscribe for more in-depth accounts of music history. Let's preserve Janis's narrative in her honor. See you at the following one.